Live in the Triangle, this is NBC 17 Today.
In the headlines for Monday, February 11th, 3 teenagers are expected in a Durham courtroom today charged with murder. The shooting happened outside a busy shopping center. Why police say you should not be scared.
And people hurt and widespread damage. It's a day of cleanup for people after a tornado tears through Mississippi.
Plus, didn't have a seat at the Grammy Awards? Well, don't worry. We'll take you to the red carpet and show you the performances and the big winners. Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us on NBC 17 Today. I'm Sharon Tazwell.
And I'm Phil Sanchez. We'll get to those stories and more coming up in moments. But first, to check on the
red
weather.
carpet?
Because they roll out that red carpet.
I know, but why not an orange carpet?
It's red.
Oh, I don't know.
You match our carpet.
I do today, yes. I might just roll around on there and fall asleep in a minute.
It is. Stayed up and watched the Grammys, huh? Yeah. Let's see what's going on right now. You want to grab your umbrella if you're heading out. The best chance for rain today is this morning. Now, we have some widespread rain, mainly to the southeast of us, but some scattered areas of light rain. It's getting milder. We're up to 50 degrees right now in Raleigh, 55 in Fayetteville, 45 in Roxborough. So the temperature actually warmer now than it was earlier in the nighttime hours. So let's see what you can expect today. Some rain around at 6 a.m., sunrise at 7:06. It'll be 54, so we're going to get even warmer than we are now. Rain around at 9 a.m., and then we'll get a little break. Cloudy and milder at noon, 60. But this afternoon, which you don't see up here, but this afternoon, there could be a scattered shower in a few spots, but a mild high despite the cloudy skies, 65 degrees.
All right, let's see what's going on out at the roadways. Take a look at I-40 and Trailwood Drive. You know, not a whole lot. It's pretty quiet out there this morning, so you shouldn't have any problems if you're headed over there.
Yeah, not bad. We'll take a look at US 164, I-440, and I-40. You can see that's a live shot out there. Things look like they are moving well. No reports of any delays.
And looking ahead, 3 teenagers are expected in a Durham courtroom today facing murder charges. Police say 18-year-olds Kadeem Johnson and Ashario Mitchell, along with 19-year-old Monquel Davis, shot and killed a man from Greensboro Saturday afternoon. It happened outside the Renaissance Shopping Center across from streets at South Point in Durham. Now, police say it was not a random shooting. The men all knew one another. The suspects are in jail this morning. And a woman is outraged after a teacher is accused of hurting her special needs grandson, and now she speaks out for the first time. Eileen Park reports from Harnett County.
Teresa Mathewson is the legal guardian of 6-year-old Alex.
He's been very stressed this year.
And says administrators at Ben Haven Elementary School got in touch with her last week, saying they were investigating his first-grade teacher, Dixie McLean, for allegedly hurting her special needs grandson.
Alex was asked to put his book away and did not do so. It was time to move on to another activity, and he has difficulty with transitions. Alex says the teacher knocked over his chair and he fell to the floor, where she told him he'd better stay.
Alex, with his easy smile and blue eyes, is a bright student. He's also autistic and receives one-on-one help. Teresa says he loves big monster trucks and going to school, but it's been a difficult year for him.
Alex has steadily gone downhill since he's been in this class.
We went to Dixie McLean's home to get her side of the story on Friday and again today. But no one was home.
And I don't know what explanation could be ever offered that would be acceptable. In defense of the school, however, they have been phenomenal about meeting after meeting and trying to come up with solutions and do what's best for Alex.
And that was Eileen Park reporting. Alex is now in a different classroom, and his grandmother says he likes his new teacher. As for McLean, school officials say she is on administrative leave pending the investigation.
The SBI could complete its investigation this week into what caused an explosion in Cumberland County. The blast destroyed one home and caused minor damage to nearby homes. The house on Cumberland Road was for sale. No one was at home at the time. No one was hurt. Once the SBI finishes its report, the information will go to the sheriff's office. Looking ahead right now, it's business as usual today at the DMV headquarters in Raleigh after a power outage. It happened last Thursday and Friday and completely shut down operations. During the weekend, crews made permanent repairs to the 1950s era equipment protecting one of the main electrical cables supplying power to that building.
Looking ahead, state lawmakers get down to the business of budgeting this week. This is the long budget session. Joint appropriations committees are scheduled to meet all this week for overviews of their chunk of the $20 billion state budget. Now, in reality, the governor kicks off the process by unveiling his version of the budget first sometime next month. Then the Senate and House will follow with its own version. And looking ahead, Vice President Joe Biden talks gun safety with law enforcement later today. It's part of a roundtable discussion he'll attend in Philadelphia. Meanwhile, victims of gun violence have been invited to Capitol Hill for President Obama's State of the Union address tomorrow night.
4:35 right now. The sounds of chainsaws and hammers will fill parts of Mississippi today. A reported tornado ripped through the heart of the state, causing significant damage. The twister damaged several buildings at the University of Southern Mississippi. Campus police declaring a state of emergency. There are reports of nearly a dozen injuries in the state. Meanwhile, the historic and deadly storm that brought as much as 3 feet of snow to some areas of the Northeast is gone, but the cleanup just getting started. Francis Coe has the latest as folks in New England work to restore and reclaim their communities.
Sounds of a chilly cleanup echoed all across New England.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, we're working very hard to make sure that the T is fully functional by the morning commute.
At its height, the blizzard dumped more than 3 feet of snow in some areas and pushed icy water over coastal seawalls. Plum Island in Massachusetts, reconstruction began as Thomas Nee pieced back together his battered deck.
Sunrise in the morning, big waves, but every once in a while you get hit.
Elsewhere, power crews were out in force too, working to restore electricity to the more than 200,000 still in the dark.
The utilities seem to be making progress.
The region's airports and train stations hope to be back to capacity by Monday as well.
We've been trying to get on trains, planes, and automobiles for the last day or so.
Flights have resumed at New York's LaGuardia and Boston's Logan Airport. And at the city's South Station Transportation Center, trains are slowly getting back on track. But New Englanders can't breathe easy yet. Forecasters warn another storm system could bring ice and freezing rain to the region in the coming days. Francis Coe, NBC News.
Time right now is 4:36. Shock, outrage, disbelief, just some of the words parents are using this morning after officials discovered a hit list at a middle school. The accused writer, a 13-year-old student. Later, the information investigators are releasing about the case.
Plus, volunteers in the Triangle saved thousands of animals, but now they're the ones who need rescuing. How you can help them continue their mission coming up.
There's been some rain generally south of Wilson, but your temperature's up to 46. Temperatures are going up right now, and milder air is moving in. We'll talk about today's weather after the break.
What can we expect weather-wise?
Rain this morning and a couple scattered showers this afternoon, so keep the umbrella handy. That's it in a nutshell. And the big news, mild. You know, it was up to 53 yesterday after starting out in the 20s, so we're already up to 50. We mentioned some 40s in Wilson, but 56 in Fayetteville, 45 in Roxborough. Some warm air moving in out of the southwest as a warm front moves through. It's bringing some rain this morning, and we'll see a scattering of showers this afternoon. You don't see a lot out there, mainly light rain up through Henderson. Not much going on in the Triangle, a couple specks over there by Falls Lake, and you see a little bit down in the Sandhills, the bulk of it to the southeast. So out the door, though, rain will be around. We get a little wave through the morning hours and mid-morning. Plan on some rain, and then by lunchtime, I think it'll be dry for a little while. Mild breezes, 60 degrees. We'll get into the mid-60s this afternoon, but there could be a pop-up shower in a few spots, especially heading home, 62 degrees. So a high 65 despite all the clouds. Winds will be out of the southwest 10 to 20, so a little breezy out there. 44 tonight. Partly sunny skies tomorrow, 60. Rain is back in the forecast for Wednesday. Ash Wednesday is going to be a rainy day and a chillier day, 52 degrees.
All right, Bill, thank you. Let's take a look at the roads here. I-440 and US 64 is what we're looking at right now. Things look like they are moving okay out there.
How about taking a peek at I-40 and NC 55? Smooth sailing for you out there as well. All right, so your eyes are not deceiving you. The average price of a gallon of gas jumped nearly 25 cents during the past 2 weeks.
Wow.
I felt it. According to the newest Lumberg survey, the average price for a gallon is now $3.59. That is the biggest two-week jump in nearly 2 years. Now, in the Triangle, the average price a little lower, just a little, at $3.52. A rise in wholesale prices is being blamed for the hike.
Ouch.
It hurts.
Good. Yes,
it hurts.
yes, it does.
Especially when you have to fill up 2 vehicles. Huh?
Oh, what a mess.
Yeah.
442 right now. Wanted, a former man in blue accused of targeting police officers. In 3 minutes, the reward for helping authorities capture him.
Plus, it's one of the biggest nights in the music industry. Still to come. We'll take a look at who left the Grammy Awards as big winners.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back. In this morning's top stories, it's a day of cleanup in Mississippi after a reported tornado caused significant damage there. The twister damaged several buildings at the University of Southern Mississippi. Campus police declaring a state of emergency. There are reports of nearly a dozen injuries in the state.
And 3 teenagers are expected in a Durham courtroom today facing murder charges. Police say Kadeem Johnson, Deshario Mitchell, and Monquel Davis shot and killed a man from Greensboro Saturday afternoon near the streets at South Point. Police say it was not a random shooting. The men all knew one another.
And Chris Kyle, the man who came to be known as America's most lethal sniper, will be remembered today at Cowboy Stadium. The former Navy SEAL and author was killed at a Central Texas gun range.
And right now, Los Angeles authorities are offering $1 million for information leading to the capture of an ex-police officer accused of going on a killing rampage. A massive manhunt continues for Christopher Dorner. Dorner is suspected of killing 3 people, including a police officer. Authorities hope the financial incentive will tip them off to where Dorner is hiding.
We will not tolerate this reign of terror that has robbed us of the peace of mind that residents of Southern California deserve.
Dorner claims LAPD racism cost him his job after he accused his training officer of kicking an elderly man during arrest in 2007. And this morning, classes will begin as normal at a Washington State middle school 3 days after officials discovered a kill list that targeted students. The 13-year-old who went to Eatonton Middle School is in a juvenile detention center this morning, accused of writing the list. Some parents say they hope that 10 kids on the list can learn something.
If there was anybody that was, bullying, and hopefully they'll think about it more and be aware of it and realize that their actions affect other people.
Well, one teacher said she doubts the bullying theory. Police are not saying anything about a possible motive. Prosecutors are still deciding about possible charges.
Authorities are trying to figure out how a 12-year-old boy managed to sneak past security checks and get himself on a plane by himself. Spanish authorities say the boy snuck into the international departure zone at the Belgium airport and then boarded a plane bound for Spain without a boarding pass or identification. A police officer spotted the boy at his final destination. The nonprofit Triangle Wildlife Rehab Clinic in Durham is trying to raise money to reopen. The group of volunteer veterinarians and animal advocates saved more than 2,000 injured and orphaned animals last year: birds, squirrels, possums, and more. The clinic needs a new location with at least 1 acre of land to open a new educational center.
Back door. Think about having those animals still there for your children and your grandchildren, and what part you can play in making this wildlife center a reality.
Now, the group has specific licenses to rescue, rehab, and release wildlife.
Well, many artists went home with honors on the music industry's biggest night of the year, the 55th annual Grammy Awards.
Yeah, very exciting. Mark Barger takes a look at the winners and the entertainers.
Goes to fun.
It was indeed a fun night at the Grammys. The pop group won 2 of the night's biggest awards: Best New Artist and Song of the Year for their smash hit, We Are Young.
I don't know what I was thinking writing the chorus for this song. If this is in HD, everybody can see our faces, and we are not very young.
Honors for Record of the Year went to somebody that I used to know. That Gautier tune featuring Kembra was 2012's top-selling song, and it brought the Australian artist 3 Grammys on the night.
I feel unworthy to be up here receiving this, but thank you, all musicians and people who listen to music. Cheers.
After winning 6 Grammys last year, 1 this time around for Adele, Best Pop Solo Performance for Set Fire to the Rain. She also announced her successor for Album of the Year.
Babel, Mumford & Sons.
That folk rock band was a surprise winner in some circles, but they've made it 2 straight wins for the Brits.
There's a few of us out there, and the Grammys have opened their arms to us, and we're very grateful.
When it came to Grammy fashion,
as you can see, I read the memo.
The pre-show warning about showing too much skin didn't faze some stars, while others had more pressing concerns.
Stronger, Kelly Clarkson!
Collecting honors on music's biggest night. Mark Barger, NBC News.
Pretty cool. So what did you think about the Grammy Awards? Did you expect other winners? Did you enjoy the performances? We want to know. Log on to our Facebook page and share your thoughts. And here's a man who watched the Grammys last night, right, Bill?
I did. I didn't get to see the album of the year, but I saw most of it. It was a very entertaining show. Hey, we've got some light rain up through Henderson, going up east of South Hill, Virginia. That little line is broken up by Wake Forest. A couple sprinkles, northern Orange County and Durham County, and then a couple scattered bits of rain down south of Southern Pines. Pines and Fayetteville, the bulk of everything down to the southeast of us. But I still forecast some better chances of rain as we go through these morning hours. Temperatures actually going up, and by 8 o'clock we could see some rain around for your morning trip out, and then that rain patch will go away, and noontime should be dry but mild, 60 degrees or so. And then as we go into the afternoon hours, we'll get up into the mid-60s, but we could see a scattering of a shower or two. So the best chance, believe it or not, is this morning, and then later today, just a scattered shower, like a 30% chance. You see that wave of moisture come through this morning. There's noontime again. Clouds around, a couple scattered showers through the early evening hours, and then that front will settle to the south, and we'll get some sunshine in here tomorrow and be pretty nice. It's going to be near 60. However, that'll be short-lived because here comes some more moisture. It'll cloud up. A little bit of a chance of rain into Wednesday morning, but it's really Wednesday afternoon when we'll see our best chance of rain into Wednesday evening as this system will pass by, and then some drier air will move back in for Thursday and Friday. So let's take a look at your work week, school week forecast for you, starting with today. As we look at things, some rain around this morning and a shower possible this afternoon. Otherwise cloudy, breezy, southwest winds 10 to 20, and in the Sandhills, mid-60s, 66 Sanford and Pinehurst, 67 in Fayetteville and Dunn. Coastal Plain, some rain this morning, then a couple scattered showers this afternoon, mid-60s also, although almost upper 60s, Clinton, 68, but 66 Rocky Mount Wilson. And in the Triangle, patchy areas of rain this morning and then a chance of a shower this afternoon. Temperatures into the mid-60s, even Roxborough 63, Raleigh 65, Durham 65, Clayton 66 degrees. So could you imagine if it was completely sunny today, we'd get into the 70s. That's how warm that air is coming out of the southwest. So cloudy skies, mid-60s, pretty good chance of rain this morning, 60% chance. We'll taper it down to about a 30 this afternoon. Just give you a perspective on when I think we'll get our best chance of precipitation this morning. But still a scattered shower into the early evening hours. Partly sunny skies tomorrow, 60. And then rain all over the place on Wednesday and in chillier, 52 degrees. Valentine's Day, we should clear out, so it should be sunny by the afternoon, 56 degrees, 56 on Friday. A chance of a rain shower or maybe a snow flurry Saturday. Really? Well, 46 degrees. I mean, it doesn't matter if it does, but 20% chance because it's going to be cold on Sunday, only 42. Some of my, I was tempted, some upper 30s might be a possibility too. So.
Oof. That sounds painful.
But right now we'll go low 40s and adjust accordingly. We don't want to scare you too much.
All right, we'll take that.
We appreciate that. Thanks, Bill.
All right, let's go outdoors to I-40 and NC 751. As you can see, traffic's moving just fine over there.
Yep, we'll take you out to I-40 and I-540. Things starting to pick up a little bit, but things are moving okay.
Well, dogs from all over the world are getting ready to strut their stuff on the national stage, including some from the Triangle.
Yep, still to come, we'll introduce you to one four-legged guy who could score big bucks for his owner.